time for the breakdown of chapter 2. Oh my god, Rainy. I was struggling so hard to read the spicy stuff. I'm so fucking struggling. I'm struggling so hard right now. I'm trying to do a proper good performance. This is really difficult. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I'm gonna try that line again. Okay. This is what I'm gonna put on TikTok. Just this. That'll get the that's it. Okay, I can do this. Jesus. Okay. Oh. Just pretend I'm like actually having phone sex or something. I managed to say as I continue stroking my clock. Now I'm gonna read that line again. Ah! Ah! My goodness, I was not prepared for that. I've done a couple of things. Some friends and I have a Facebook group, My Romance Lounge, and we do release parties there, and one of the things we've done a couple of times was I read out sex scenes, then we try and guess who wrote them. And so I thought that I was prepared, but I was not prepared. Reading your own sex scenes is just so much harder than reading somebody else's, because there's just a lot of stuff that goes into that, like where you're like, oh my god, everyone knows I wrote this. And especially because like I'm reading it and I'm like, it was just very difficult. Chapter 2. Okay, thoughts on chapter 2. So I decided to put in pool. Playing pool is one of my favorite things. So I tend to give my characters things that I like. I guess because you have experience with it for a start. Like, you know how the game of pool is played or whatever. I don't know if tell me in the comments if pantsing is a thing where you guys are in the world. Is that just a Western Australian thing? Is it just an Australian thing? Is it just a my family thing? Wow, that sounded really bad. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only person who knows. Other people in WA, no. Okay, tell me if it's just a WA thing, just an Australian thing, or if this is elsewhere in the world. Either way, I've put it in my books about pantsing because that's a thing that I know of. Obviously, I mentioned in the last breakdown that the album was written in 2011, and initially Giovanni's was just an Italian restaurant that they went to. But in the end, over the course of the series, Giovanni's has actually become like a recurring place that they go to, which I really like. Yeah, this place that they go to on their first date becomes so important over the course of the series and is referred to repeatedly. I mean, it's not ultra important. I suppose they go there. Sebastian and Lady go there the first time they meet as well. So it is important. It's, yeah. And then obviously they go to play pool, which is just really cute. Originally, when I first wrote this, y'all are gonna laugh at me. The phone sex did happen. Didn't happen. Did happen. Oh yeah, no. I know what. Yeah. The phone sex always happened in this chapter because of the song that is chapter 2's song. So the phone sex did always happen in this chapter, but in the original writing of the book, my original manuscript, they did not have sex until until like chapters and chapters down the track. Like, my editor actually like was highlighting things and was going, as a reader, I'm wondering why they haven't had sex yet. Why have they not had sex? I don't know why I didn't have them having sex. It's not like I'm a prude. I'm not to say that sweet romance or closed door romance is being prudish. It's not. I'm just saying that it's not who I am as a person. I don't know why my original, and my friend even commented the same thing. So now, when I then took that feedback on board, my editor looked at it again. She was like, it's almost too much sex. I was like, whoa, no such thing. Shut your mouth. So I left all the extra sex that I put in. So we don't make any apologies for adding spice. Except for when I'm trying to read it out loud, apparently. It's really hard to think of things to say just about this specific chapter when it's just me talking, just my thoughts on it. Because I have thoughts about the whole series and all the characters, but to narrow it down to this one chapter is difficult for me. What I do like also about this chapter is it starts to show Ariana's reaction to people recognizing Gabriel in public and her unwillingness to be seen with him, which kind of starts very early on, obviously, here, where she's already uncomfortable with that. From Gabriel's point of view, as of course I'm thinking of Ariana's version as well, but from Gabriel's point of view, seeing that he would just rather get that interaction over and done with, and because it's not going to happen, he is on edge with that. But Ariana, from her point of view, was super uncomfortable being seen with him, doesn't want to be seen with him in public. And in a little bit, you'll find out what is behind that. So this is the first time that we see that from her, that she is really not wanting to be seen with him in public. The next chapter is date at his house. Oh my god, I can't wait to read that for you guys. Oh no, there's sex in it. Okay, I still want to read that for you guys. That's like, I really, really love doing the companion, and I've sworn that I would never do this again. But I should never say never. I really love doing the companion series because I'm thinking about it from Ariana's point of view, but I'm also thinking about it from Gabriel's. I like the guys' point of views more because there's more interaction between cruise control, and I love the guys and those characters, and seeing them interact with one another and seeing the extra bits that Ariana didn't see. Personally, I feel, I'm sitting here reading Gabriel's album to you, but I'm going to say, personally, I feel like you should read the Heroine series first. I had this discussion in a TikTok. It's a discussion. I told somebody this in a TikTok the other day, and that was that I feel a richer reading experience is to read the heroine point of view first, then read the hero point of view. That is how I wrote them. But I also feel, and the reason this came up was because she had read Gabriel's album first, and obviously you can't put the horse back in the stable once it's bolted. She'd read Gabriel's album first, but I would strongly suggest anybody who's going to read Harrison's Wedding / The Wedding, Heather's point of view first. And just trust me on this. Heather's point of view first is really important for that one, because to have the blanks filled in through Harrison's point of view is a lot better than having Harrison's point of view and then seeing Heather's. I find, and this is probably, it's probably poor writing, whatever. The partner is, it's hard to sympathize with the other point of view when you're from the other person's point of view. I found people, when I released The Wedding, really were not sympathetic with Harrison's point of view, with Harrison. And then those very same people, I approached them and said, would you read an alpha, I think it was, copy of Harrison's Wedding? Those same people were unsympathetic with Heather's point of view once they were reading Harrison's. So I just feel that for The Wedding, the better option is to read The Wedding first, and then Harrison's Wedding, The Baby, then Sebastian's Baby, the album, then Gabriel's album. But I'm reading Gabriel's album to you, so take from that what you will. I guess when I say if you don't want to wait 25 weeks to read all of this, go read Gabriel's album now, I'm actually saying go read the album now, then read Gabriel's album. I just feel like it's the I don't know. You fall in love with the characters from the heroine's point of view, but then you get so much more from the hero's point of view. And I guess maybe I'm saying, just don't read no. You have to read. You have to read The Wedding. You can't read The Wedding. You can't read Harrison's Wedding and never read Heather's point of view. That's all I'll say. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say on that. I'm really, really looking forward to reading you guys chapter 3. And I'm sorry if this was a really short breakdown. Once I start putting these up and people have questions and stuff, I guess I can include those in these discussion videos and we can, I don't know, I want this to be really interactive. I want people to comment their thoughts and I can include those in the videos. And we've got I realized it's actually going to be 26 weeks total if I read the sneak peeks. If I read the epilogue and the sneak peeks as another week's thing. The sneak peeks are really important because I think I mentioned in my last video that the sneak peeks are only in the book. So you won't read them anywhere else. So I should read those out as part of doing this book. I don't know what my plan is once I finish Gabriel's album. Am I going to read Harrison's Wedding? I don't know. I guess we'll see if anybody even watches this. I might get to the end of this. If I get to the end of this and nobody is watching or interested, it's a lot of work to do. I'll be like, if nobody's interested, nobody's interested. But at the very least, I am determined to see this project through to the end in 24 more weeks. Yay. Well, thanks for coming along with me for chapter 2, Gabriel and Ariana's first date. They're really cute together. It's funny, I always think of these two as being like sweet and innocent, and then whenever I read the album or Gabriel's album, I'm like, oh, those sex scenes, oh my god. I just forget how like the sex was there in this book. That just doesn't feel like it's there as much, but they are actually not sweet and innocent. They are dirty fuckers. No, they're not. They're just, they still feel sweet and innocent. No matter what, they feel really sweet and innocent. I think because Ariana was so young and naive, and she really had this feeling about her, like because she was just overwhelmed. She really had this feeling about her, like she was naive, and definitely you see in later books how she changes over time. And she's actually one of my favorite characters, but she does not shine in this book. But you guys will see that. I should probably cut that out. I'll turn people off reading anymore. They'll be like, oh, what? But then maybe you want to know, why does she not shine? And you find out she has her reasons. Bless her cotton socks. Somebody said, when I was writing this, I said in my review that people are just going to hate Ariana. Oh, there's some parts of this I'm definitely not looking forward to reading. But there's some parts of this I am looking forward to reading. I've been really, since I recorded chapter 1, I've been really looking forward to doing this, reading chapter 2 to you guys. And just as it goes on, I'm just really excited for you guys to see it and hear your thoughts as it goes up. I just want to skip forward to where people are giving me their thoughts back on the later chapters that I'm really excited to read. And I can't skip time, which is a bummer. I just have to plow on through reading chapter by chapter and then wait for people to either discover or not discover this. But either way, I'm having a lot of fun. So anyway, that is chapter 3 done. That's my thoughts on chapter 3. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please like and subscribe and ring that bell icon so that you get notified about my next episode, which will be chapter 3, where we go on a date, a sexy date. And tell your friends about this video and share it, and come along with me as we read the rest of Gabriel's album and I give you my thoughts incoherently, chapter by chapter. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I will answer them. So thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.